I think, we should recognize design is culture. And every country must adopt that thinking,
The world is transforming, with a lot of building construction visible, and yet we are oblivious to the creators of this new environment, the architects. They work and design across nations to create exciting new structures and habitats. Yet many of us don't realize that there is an International Union of Architects, or UIA, headquartered in Paris, that represents more than 1 million architects worldwide. What is its role? What is its purpose? I'm speaking to architect Esa Mohamed from Malaysia. He is a past president of the Malaysian Institute of Architects. He is also the first vice president of the UIA, representing Asia and Oceania, including Australia and New Zealand. He's also a candidate for the UIA president in the forthcoming election at the Triennial General Assembly to be held next August in Durban, South Africa. Good day, Mr. Esa.
Hi, good day.
Tell us more about the UIA, the International Union of Architects. Whom does it represent and what does it do?
UIA is actually an international body that represents more than 1 million architects worldwide. Its aim is to unite all the architects, share ideas, progressive ideas about architecture and the built environment. The structure of UIA, they have both programs and commission that deals with things like urbanization, architects and children, for example, disaster management, city planning, renewable energy sources, and a lot more. UIA unites everyone worldwide who are concerned about the built environment.
Why are you running for the office of president of the UIA?
UIA is a noble NGO. Its members deals with every aspect that affects human lives and their habitation. I want every government and persons on this planet to be aware and subscribe to our objectives, and be aware that architects are responsible for the creating of built environment that is sustainable, stimulating, as well as conducive for healthy living. It is a hotbed of ideas and resources and knowledge which could be shared by everybody. I have witnessed this, People, architects from all over the world, cross borders, regardless of color, religion, background. The energy is immense. We have to harness this.
What do members of your organization hope for in the future? For themselves, for the profession, for their countries?
I think they want UIA to be an umbrella body where they could consult and they get advice for issues respect to their practice or the built environment in their own country. UIA must be the bastion for best practice standards for the profession. Now, with globalization, I think UIA has a big role to play. Global networking facilitates mobility of architects. UIA can be the monitoring agent, for example, to provide framework and guidelines for architects to work outside their country for mutual benefits and also without controversy.
Does it deal with education and training? And what about the young architects?
Absolutely. The UIA UNESCO validation system provides standards and quality for education and training of architects. And I think this should be adopted. I think UIA can also be a conduit for universities to network. This will give opportunities for students and the young ones from various countries to connect with each other, because there's young students and young architects coming out from there. I think they have a lot of role to play. We now have a committee for young architects in the UIA, just established. We need to make them more visible because they are our future.
Do you see anything that stands in the way of members achieving their goals and aspirations?
You know, as architects, we always face challenges in our jobs. And I expect the same in UIA. But I think we'll overcome them. See, the obstacle to me is that there's a need to change the mindset. That UIA is very important. It has to be understood that it is actually a social contract between the members, the community, and also the environment. So I think UIA is the body that binds everybody together. You know. We have to get new members to join us and to tell them that, let them know that UIA is really worthwhile.
Are you contemplating making any policy changes?
I want to make UIA more visible. UIA must be inclusive, not exclusive. Communications could be seamless nowadays with new technologies, social media, whatever. And I think members can also be more engaged with UIA, with regional vice presidents and also council members from the region to be more active. We can achieve a lot dealing with regional bodies and members who are also members of the regional bodies, because they have a lot of activities common in substance with UIA but different in content. UIA can then be focusing on activities that can complement them. You know, I think common interest groups among architects, for example, can network worldwide, and this can bring them closer together.
You are one of the founders of the ASEAN Architect Council and its first chairman. And you're also a member of the APEC Architect Central Council, as well as the co-chairman of the Malaysian National Professional Services Export Council. Yep. Now, did these extensive experiences help you contribute to the work that you did in the UIA?
UIA has been good for me. My 17 years experience with the UIA actually gave me the grounding for my dealing with this regional organization. I would like to tell you that you know, the architects are very active, you know, in initiating things. There are movements to deal with disaster rehabilitation, for example, and reconstruction, responsible architecture, green and sustainable architecture, and many more. And these outcomes from these initiatives have been taken to governments, and some of them have been incorporated into the building regulations of their country. It's about sharing. You know? UIA is about sharing resources. These resources could also be shared with regional bodies like APEC, ASEAN, you have Acacia, you have the South American FAPA, the Mediterranean Architects, UMAR, and of course the African Union of Architects, and many more. So we like to see UIA to be the cauldron, to say, you know, so to speak, for sharing ideas and matters that concerns the environment.
Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. It's been wonderful.
Thank you for your interest. I hope I have enlightened you a bit more about UIA.
Absolutely. I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you very much.